Jubilee Road for a model locomotive review. So guys, yes, I'm in front of the camera again. Probably getting fed up on my face by now, but at least you kind of see what I look like now, getting used to that. Now, the reason why I'm in front of the camera, I have to do this review slightly differently to how I normally do it, because the size of the box this locomotive actually came in. I can't believe the size of this box. Yes, I know the Union Pacific Big Boy is a large model, even in HO gauge, but the size of the box, I wasn't quite expecting this, so I've had to do the review slightly differently. But as usual with my reviews, we can have a look at the box, see what we get inside the box, have a look at the model in detail, see what that's looking like, and then run it around the layout, which you can see here in the background, and hopefully it'll run really well. So, today then, we are looking at the new Rivarossi Union Pacific Big Boy. So, would you like to see the box? Yeah, the box is sat just here, and I'll go and get it for you, shall I? This is, yeah, this is not what I was expecting, guys. So here we go. Yeah. It's quite a big box for a HO gauge loco. When my parents saw this, they said, "Oh, is that for the G gauge railway?" You'd think so. But you can imagine how big a G gauge Big Boy would be. And yes, they do make them. So as you can see on here, this Union Pacific model is Union Pacific 4014. Now, if you would know the significance of that, that is the loco. You can see the outline here, which is nice actually, is the loco out in America that they've got working and is doing a tour around the US at the moment. And amazing achievement to get this loco back in service out there. I would love to go out there. Just a long way and quite an expensive trip for me to get out there and film it for you. So I thought we'll do the next best thing and buy a model. As you can see there, 60th anniversary celebratory model. I said that right, I can't believe I did that. So then, that's enough of this part of the video, me talking. We are going to go have a look inside the box, have a look at the model in detail and get it running as I said. Slightly different review, yeah, because of the size of the box. So let's get in the box and see what we get. So here is the information, all you need to know at the end of the box. This is HR 2753 Union Pacific Big Boy 4014 60th Anniversary Collector's Model 2019. And in there you can see the Rivarossi logo. So let's get into the box and see what we get. Right now, so we're in the box then. Now I'm going to have to do this freehand because of the size of the box. Now across this you get this lovely foam insert which protects the model. So here is the model itself. We got the loco here, which is huge as you would expect, and the tender is here, so you have to connect those once you get it on the track or before you do, whichever way is easiest for you. But it's not just the loco we get in this box, we get this. Now this is solid metal. If you can just get it out here, just open this up. This is a really nice touch, Rivarossi, I've got to be honest, which is part of Hornby, by the way. This is a really nice quality thing. It is solid metal and really lovely printed or painted, I would have guessed that is. It's got sort of suede or something on the back, keeps it really nice. Yeah, that's a lovely little thing to have in the box. Now, what else do we get? We get a stand for that, so you can put it anywhere you want, maybe in your bedroom or railway room, wherever you want to put it. Then we do get a bag, and in here I think there's a little few bits of detail. We got a spare drive wheel set, and we've got, you can just see there, a pin badge as well. I'm going to be putting that on my rucksack, I reckon. That's really nice to include those in the box. So we have those couple of bits then. Let's just get rid of them because we don't need them at the moment. So the model itself then is in the usual British style box inside here. It's not the easiest thing to remove, so just be a bit careful. We'll get it there. We'll get there eventually, guys. Right, now, that is the loco out of the box. if we just pop that down there, because I don't need it at the moment. And just here, I'm not going to go through it because we don't want to be all day. Here is sort of the owner's manual telling you about the model, and the other bit of paper just here is, if I can get it, trying to do this one-handed, guys, never works. And on here we get, it's the exploder diagram telling you parts if you ever break something, which we all hope we never do. So I'm going to get the loco out of there, and we're going to do it in two parts because the loco is so big. We'll have a look at the detail on the locomotive itself, and then the tender, and then get it running around the layout. So then, guys, let's have a look at the detail of this model. And again, guys, I do want to apologise. I am doing this handheld so we can get into the detail of the model again because of its size. So at the front here, there is a lot of detail going on. We do have a operating headlight. We have number boards. They are not lit, and we do have a nice bell in the middle as well. We got plenty of handrails just there around on the front of the smoke box, and further down on the front bogies just here. It all looks really nice, and you do have the number with the UP sign just there, which is, as you know, 4014. And we got the cowcatcher, as we call them. Yeah, lots of detail to look at there. So if we carry on going down this side, we've got the first set of driving wheels, because this loco, guys, is a 4884. Something completely unheard of in this country. You can see, yeah, the wheel set and the valve gear is modelled really quite nicely, all looking good under there, and you can see the daylight under there as well. You got some very beefy looking pipework just there underneath the boiler itself. Now we come along to the second set of driving wheels. Again, yeah, really nicely modelled wheels and valve gear. And there's the firebox, which is absolutely massive on this loco, which you would expect. And then we got the trailing set just there with another 8, is that 8 wheels or no? No, 4 wheels, sorry, on there as well. We got a bit of moulded detail there just in front of the cab area. We got the number there, which is 4014, and we do have some legible text there underneath. We do have glazed windows in the cab there, which my original Rivarossi Big Boy did not have, so that's always a bonus. So if you have a look at the top of the model now, I believe this is the dynamo, I think you call it, the steam generator which runs the lights. I believe that's what that is. We come across, we got safety valves. Yeah, there's a lot of them there. I don't know if they're metal. No, they're not actually. They are plastic on this model, but they do look the part. If we come back down towards the smoke box, then we have two funnels just here, double chimney, looking really nice. And there is the whistle there, which in real life would make an awful lot of noise, I should imagine. So I gotta be honest, guys, this loco is actually looking really nice. There's no cab detail to speak of, to be honest, guys, but to me that doesn't really matter, because you're never going to see it when this loco is in operation. But just have a see if you can just see in there. There's a couple of painted gauges in there, not sure if you can see them. So there is the locomotive itself, and you can see, if I just pan back, how bit long this thing is. So let's have a quick look at the tender. So let's have a little look then at the tender. Again, it's actually well detailed. There is so many rivets on here, guys. I don't think I'd even have an attempt at counting as many as there are on here. So let's just have a look. Now there are a lot of wheels on here, and the detail is quite nice there on the underframe. And the Union Pacific is printed really well, no imperfections on there. Now if we go round to this end, you got a little bit of detail, and that yellow socket you can see there, it's where the plug fits in from the locomotive, so it can get the power. I believe the decoder would go in the tender, so, and I believe it is also a 21 pin DCC ready model. So you got the steps there, just getting up to this tender, and it's all looking really nice. Nice detail. We got handrails across the top. We got more steps there to get to the top of the tender. And if we go round the back, we've got a pre-fitted KD coupler there, or knuckle coupler as the other way of saying it. And then we got the UP 4014 printed really nicely there. We do have an operational light there as well at the back of the tender. Now, some of you would have already spotted the slight problem with this tender. Does anyone like to know what that is? It's actually this. Now that is a coal load, but now 4014 is running as an oil-fired loco. I'm not quite sure why Rivarossi didn't model the oil-fired version. I don't really know. There must have been a reason for it, but it doesn't really bother me too much. It looks like the loco that's running out there, and that to me is good enough. But I obviously at the end of the video will have to take a mark off for this being a coal-fired loco, not oil. But that's okay. I can live with that. I know a lot of you won't live with that, but that's your opinion, and that's fair enough. So what we're going to do then is connect the loco together and get it running for the first time here at Jubilee Road. So then guys, here is the loco on the track, and this is the first time I've ever put it on the track, and yeah, it's quite a pain. The connection, well, the plug that runs from the loco into the tender is a bit of a pain. You have to use a small screwdriver to just push it in the last millimeters or whatever it is to get it in there. It's really quite difficult, so that I'm not a fan of. But it's on the track, and it'll be really good to see how this loco is going to run. So let's see its performance straight out of the box. Go down to the footbridge as we normally do. Oh wow. Oh, that's really nice and smooth and quiet. Yeah, that's impressive there, guys. That's really nice. Yeah, no problems there. Definitely. So let's bring it back the other way. It just looks so good with those two sets of driving wheels as it's moving. Yeah. No problems there, that's running really well. Fair play. Just stop it there and bring it back into shot. So yeah guys, straight out of the box, there's no hesitation whatsoever. Slow speed running, as you can see there. That's pretty good. It's not the best in the world, but it is still on DC and using a pretty old controller, so I'd say that's pretty thumbs up right there. No motor noise to speak of at all, so in my opinion that's definitely a win right there for Rivarossi. Really nicely done. So then let's set it around the layout and see how it copes with point torque, and more importantly the curves, because obviously this is a large loco, but apparently Rivarossi said this will go around first radius. Not sure if I believe them on that, but if they say it does, I'm guessing it does. So let's run it round the layout for the first time and see how we get on. So 4014, take it away. Well, I gotta say, that was a very successful test run round the layout. Now I know what you all want to know. How is it on the curves? Well, you saw that. It had absolutely no issues with the curves here, and I've got around about third radius. Pretty much the sharpest curve on here is about third. I think there's some fourth as well, and yeah, absolutely no problems whatsoever. The one thing I would suggest to you is the overhang on this loco when it is on a curve is quite significant. As you might have seen when it came out of that tunnel mouth, it was pretty close to hitting that tunnel, so that's something to bear in mind. And also, yes, HO gauge is smaller than double O gauge, but because this is such a large loco anyway, you do have to be careful with the width of the loco. It does very slightly rub against one of my platforms here, but I can move that slightly to let it run through. But other than that, it can fit on a British layout. As you can see, it runs around the curves really well. And also the actual running quality itself, there's no hesitation, there's no messing about, there's no motor noise to speak of. It runs really well. Now I believe this loco only has 3 or 4 pickups, which you would think for a massive loco it would have all-wheel pickup. But trust me when I say this loco does not need all-wheel pickup. It just really doesn't. It doesn't hesitate anywhere around the layout. So to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think it would benefit at all from having all-wheel pickup. It's just not necessary in my opinion. So overall then, what do I think of this model? Do I think it's worth it to buy? Yeah, I do. This is the cheapest Big Boy, well, new Big Boy you can actually get. There are loads out there, guys, from Trix, Athen, Broadway Limited, but they are an awful lot more money on what these locos are. Now, the price of this loco, which I've got from Hatton's, was $340, I think, which, yeah, it is a lot of money, but you get the extra few bits in the box, and you do get a nice model of the Big Boy. You can tell it's a Big Boy. It hasn't got the most amazing detail in the world, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. I've wanted the Big Boy back since I've sold my last one, and this is a better version of the Rivarossi Big Boy that was out originally. It seems to weigh more. It's got glazing in the window, which I believe my old version didn't, and I think they've just sort of spruced the model up a little bit for this collector's edition. So yeah, guys, it is worth it, and as I said, I got this from Hatton's. I ordered it about 1 o'clock on a Friday just gone, and it turned up about 11 o'clock in the morning on the Saturday, the day after, which is incredible service. Happens really well done there. They are still in stock. If you fancy one, go straight over there and buy one. Obviously other shops are available, guys. Just have a look around. And yeah, if you're into your big American steam or just want something different to put on your layout, this is definitely it. I will be putting sound in this at some point, and I'm going to try and get the biggest speaker I possibly can in the tender. So out of 10 then, I am going to give it, it's a bit difficult because it's oil, it's a loco in real life, it's oil fired and this isn't. So I am going to take a mark off there. I think, yeah, it's a good solid 8 out of 10, I think, this model. It does what it's supposed to, it looks good, runs well. Don't suppose you can ask for anything, and those few little bits, the plaque and the pin badge, just add a little bit more interest to this sort of special edition set. So guys, thank you very much for watching. The next video on the channel will be me and Sparky's visit to the Brecon Mountain Railway, which will be seeing more American locos. Bit of a theme going on, and that's something to look forward to, and that will be uploaded on Tuesday coming. So guys, please let me know in the comments what you think of this loco. I know it's not to everyone's taste, but you know me. If it's got loads of wheels and it runs on a track, I'm there, I buy it, because I'm weird like that anyway. So, I'll be back, as I said, here at Jubilee Road, or on location very soon. Bye everyone.